My friends, what if everything you've ever dreamed of is waiting for you on the other side of your comfort zone? What if, right now, you're living a life smaller than you were meant to, simply because you've convinced yourself that playing small is the safer option? It's easy to settle into a routine, to stay where it feels comfortable and familiar. But what happens when you realize that playing small doesn't protect you? It limits you. Every single day you make choices. You choose what to believe, you choose how to act, and you choose whether you're going to play it safe or go all in on your dreams. But what if the choice to stay small, the choice to keep playing it safe, is the very thing that's holding you back from the life you were meant to lead? Have you ever stopped to think about the cost of staying where you are? The opportunities you might be missing, the person you could be becoming, the world you could be experiencing. The truth is, when you play small, you're not just avoiding failure. You're avoiding your greatness. You're avoiding your true potential. You're avoiding the life you've always wanted because you're too afraid of the unknown, too afraid of stepping out into something bigger than what's comfortable. But here's the hard truth. Comfort will never give you the life you want. Comfort will never push you to grow. And comfort will never show you the magic of living boldly. What if you started seeing every moment of discomfort as a chance to grow? What if you realized that the pain of pushing yourself outside your limits is nothing compared to the regret you'll feel if you don't? The reality is, there's a version of you that's waiting to be unleashed. The version of you who stops settling for less than what they deserve. The version of you who refuses to hide in the shadows of fear and doubt. But that version of you will only emerge if you make the decision to stop playing small. The cost of playing small is far greater than you realize. It's not just about missed opportunities or unfulfilled potential. It's about the life you never lived, the dreams that remain just dreams because you were too scared to take the first step. It's about waking up one day and realizing that the years have passed and the only thing you've gained is more regret. Do you want to look back and wonder what could have been? Or do you want to look back and see a life lived boldly, a life where you pushed yourself to become the best version of yourself? Imagine living a life where you stop making excuses. Imagine waking up every day with a fire inside you because you know that you're building something great. A life where you stop settling for the easy way out, where you stop holding yourself back because of fear, because of doubt, because of the stories you've told yourself about why you can't. What if, instead of focusing on all the reasons you can't, you started focusing on the one reason why you must? The reward for living big isn't just success, it's fulfillment. It's the knowledge that you gave everything you had to become the person you were meant to be. And here's the kicker. The rewards don't just come at the end of the journey. They come along the way. Every single step outside your comfort zone will be its own reward. Every challenge you face, every risk you take, will show you what you're truly capable of. And with each step, you'll feel more alive, more energized, more proud of the person you're becoming. You owe it to yourself to stop playing small. You owe it to yourself to step into your greatness and finally make the decision to live the life you were always meant to live. No more excuses, no more holding back. The time to start is now. Don't let another day pass by where you choose comfort over potential. The life you want is waiting for you to claim it, but you have to stop playing small first. So I ask you, are you ready to stop hiding in the shadows and start living in the light of your true potential? Are you ready to take the leap, to step into the unknown, and create the life you've always dreamed of? If you are, then the time to begin is now. Your future self is waiting for you to take that first step, and it all starts with the decision to stop playing small and start living big. The truth is, the fear you're running from is not as powerful as the life that's waiting for you on the other side. Fear has a way of making you think that it's protecting you, that it's keeping you safe. But all it's really doing is holding you back from the person you were meant to become. It whispers in your ear, telling you to stay comfortable, to stay in your small, familiar world, because anything beyond that feels like a threat. But what if I told you that the real threat is staying exactly where you are? Fear will always be a part of your journey. It's not something you can outrun or avoid. It's something you must face head on. Every great achievement, every breakthrough, every success story you've ever heard was built on a foundation of fear that was overcome. Every person who has done something extraordinary has felt the same thing you're feeling now: the doubt, the hesitation, the fear of failure. But the difference between those who make it and those who don't is simple. They act anyway. They take the leap, even when they don't feel ready, because they understand that growth only happens when you step outside your comfort zone. You're capable of more than you think, but you will never know just how much more until you stop letting fear dictate your actions. Fear has been controlling your life for far too long. It's kept you from taking risks, from stepping up, from going after what you really want. It's convinced you that you're not ready, that you're not enough, that it's safer to play small. But the truth is, nothing great ever came from playing small. Nothing extraordinary ever came from staying where it was comfortable. Think about the things you've always wanted to do, the things that excite you but scare you at the same time. What's stopping you from going after them? The answer is simple: fear. But here's the secret: you don't have to wait for the fear to go away. Fear is always going to be there. What you can do is learn how to act in spite of it. Every time you do something that scares you, you are taking control of your fear. You are refusing to let it hold you back any longer. This is where the magic happens. The moment you decide that fear will no longer run the show, the moment you choose to act despite the fear, that's when your life begins to change. That's when you step into your power. It's easy to let fear be the boss, to let it tell you what you can and cannot do. But the moment you make the decision to push past it, that's when you become unstoppable. The reality is, every time you let fear stop you, you are making a choice. You're choosing to stay small, to stay comfortable, to stay in the safe zone. But the price you pay for that comfort is the life you could have had. The life of freedom, of growth, of success. You are capable of so much more than you're giving yourself credit for. But you have to be willing to face your fear and push through it. It's not going to be easy, but nothing worth having ever is. It will take courage, persistence, and a willingness to fail, because failure is part of the process. The most successful people didn't get there by avoiding failure. They got there by learning from it. Every setback, every obstacle is a lesson in disguise. It's a chance for you to grow, to refine your approach, and to become even stronger. When you stop playing small, when you stop letting fear control your decisions, you will find a sense of power within you that you never knew existed. You will discover a version of yourself that is capable of achieving anything, no matter how big or impossible it may seem. You will look back at the person you were before and realize that they were just a stepping stone to the incredible person you've become. And let me remind you, there is no perfect time to take the leap. The perfect moment to act will never come. You will always find a reason to wait, a reason to hold back. But the key is to stop waiting. The time to act is now. The time to break free from your fear, from your doubts, from your small life, is right now. You don't need to have everything figured out. You don't need to wait for the stars to align. All you need is the courage to take that first step. The moment you stop letting fear control your actions, you'll realize that the only thing holding you back was you. The world is full of opportunities that are waiting for someone to take them, someone who is willing to step up, someone who is not afraid to fail. That someone is you. You just have to decide that you're done playing small. Your dreams are not as far away as they seem. The life you've always wanted is not some distant future. It's right here, waiting for you to claim it. All you have to do is take that first step. The moment you do, you'll discover that the life you were afraid to live is the life you were always meant to have, and the fear you once thought was holding you back will become the fuel that drives you forward. You are capable of so much more. It's time to stop playing small and start living big. The time is now. The choice is yours. What you have to understand now is that the power to change your life has always been in your hands. You're not waiting for the right moment. You're not waiting for the stars to align or for someone to come along and tell you that it's time. The time is now, and it always has been. Every moment you spend hesitating, wondering if you're ready, wondering if it's too late, is a moment you could be using to take action. Every second spent thinking about how much better your life could be, how much more you could be achieving, is a second wasted. You are where you are today because of the choices you've made, whether that's choosing to settle, to stay small, or to hold back because of fear. But here's the powerful truth. You don't have to keep making those same choices. Every single day gives you the opportunity to decide who you are going to be, to decide how you're going to live. You can keep living in the shadows of your doubts, or you can step into the light of your true potential. The decision is yours, and it's not just a one-time choice. It's a daily decision to show up, to be consistent, to keep going, even when you don't feel like it. Living big isn't about making one huge leap. It's about taking one step, then another and another. It's about doing the things that others are too afraid to do, pushing yourself beyond what you thought was possible, and growing into someone who doesn't just dream, but acts. It's easy to look around and think that others are just lucky or talented, but the truth is, the difference between those who achieve greatness and those who don't is a willingness to take action. It's a willingness to keep moving forward, even when the road ahead seems uncertain. If you want something bigger for your life, you have to make the conscious decision to go after it. No one is going to hand you your dreams. No one is going to build your success for you. It's time to take responsibility for your own life. It's time to stop waiting for external circumstances to change and start taking control of your own destiny. The only thing standing between you and the life you want is the action you're willing to take. This doesn't mean you won't face challenges. It doesn't mean it will always be easy. But what it does mean is that you'll become someone who is strong enough to handle those challenges. Someone who doesn't back down when things get tough. You'll develop the mental toughness to keep going when others would quit. And that is the key to living big. It's not about how many times you fail, but about how many times you pick yourself up and keep moving forward. Every single person who has achieved anything worth achieving has faced obstacles, has failed, and has wanted to quit. The difference is that they didn't. They chose to push through the hard days, to keep fighting even when the odds were stacked against them, and in doing so, they found success, not because they were lucky, but because they were relentless. Success is the result of persistence, of staying committed to the vision even when everything around you is telling you to give up. When you start choosing to take action, even when it's uncomfortable, even when you're afraid, something incredible begins to happen. You begin to build momentum. The more you push yourself to take that next step, to do that one thing that scares you, the more confident you become. And confidence isn't about feeling certain all the time. It's about trusting yourself to take the next step, even when you don't know exactly how it will turn out. Confidence is built through action. It's built through consistently showing up for yourself, even when things aren't perfect. The moment you decide to take full responsibility for your life, everything changes. You stop waiting for permission. You stop waiting for things to be just right. You realize that the only thing holding you back is you. The excuses, the doubts, the fears, they're all within your control. Once you take ownership of your life, you unlock a power within you that no external circumstance can take away. You become unstoppable because you realize that nothing, absolutely nothing, can stand in your way unless you let it. Living big is not about grand gestures. It's about making small, consistent choices to move closer to your goals. It's about choosing to take that first step, and then the next, and then the next. Each step forward builds your confidence, your resilience, and your power. And with each step, you get closer to the life you've always wanted. The key is to stop waiting for the perfect time, because that time doesn't exist. The perfect time is right now. You were made for more. You have a purpose that is bigger than the small life you've been living. Every dream you have, every desire to achieve something great, is part of your calling, and you can't ignore it any longer. Stop playing small. Stop letting fear dictate your decisions. Start living big, start taking control of your future, and start building the life you know you were meant to live. The power is in your hands, the time is now. You've now realized the power of choice, the responsibility you have over your own life, the power to shape your future, to take action, to stop waiting for the right moment. But let me remind you of one key truth. The journey to living big isn't always easy. It's not always comfortable, and it certainly isn't linear. There will be times when you feel like giving up, times when you doubt yourself, times when you think that the dream is too big, too far out of reach. But this is where the true test lies. This is where the real transformation happens. When things get tough, when the path seems unclear, that's when you're faced with a choice, to keep pushing forward or to give in to the temptation of comfort. And this is where most people stop. They give up because they don't see immediate results. They give up because they're tired, because they hit a wall, because the journey feels too long. But what they don't realize is that every moment of discomfort, every setback, every challenge is part of the process. It's not a sign that you're failing. It's a sign that you're growing. Growth doesn't come from easy days. Growth comes from the days when you feel like you can't go on, when you push yourself to keep moving, even when every fiber of your being tells you to quit. Those are the moments that define you. Every time you keep going when it's hard, every time you pick yourself up after a failure, you are strengthening your resolve. You are becoming a person who doesn't back down. You are becoming someone who turns obstacles into opportunities. You have to understand that the discomfort you feel is not the enemy. It's the teacher. It's the guide that shows you where you need to improve, where you need to dig deeper, where you need to push harder. And every time you face that discomfort head on, you become stronger, you become more resilient, you build mental toughness, and you build belief in yourself. Most people think that the moment they start something big, they'll see results immediately. But that's not how it works. The results will come, but they come over time. They come through consistent action. They come through showing up every day, no matter how hard it gets. The results you want are the byproduct of persistence, not of waiting. And in those moments when you feel like quitting, when you feel like the finish line is too far away, remind yourself that every step forward is a victory. Every effort you put in is bringing you closer to the life you've always dreamed of. You are building something powerful, and you're doing it one day at a time. You're not going to see the entire picture right away, and that's okay. What matters is that you trust the process, that you keep pushing forward, and that you continue to believe in your own ability to succeed. You don't need to have all the answers. You just need to take the next step, and then the next one. And before you know it, you'll look back and realize that every challenge, every difficulty was worth it. Because you became stronger, you became the person you needed to be to achieve the life you want. Understand this: growth requires sacrifice, it requires effort, it requires discomfort, but it also requires patience. Don't be fooled by the idea of instant gratification. The most rewarding successes are those that take time, those that test your limits, those that force you to dig deeper than you thought possible. It's easy to want quick results, but real success is built on a foundation of hard work and perseverance. The effort you're putting in today, the struggle you're facing right now, will pay off. You just have to stay committed to the process. You are capable of far more than you think. And the moment you stop looking for shortcuts, the moment you stop expecting things to come easily, that's when you'll see the power of consistency, of showing up every day, of refusing to quit. Your future self will look back at this time and thank you for not giving up, because the success you're building today is the foundation of everything you'll achieve tomorrow. Living big requires a mindset shift. It requires understanding that you're not defined by your failures, but by how you rise from them. It requires knowing that every setback is simply a setup for a comeback. You will fail, you will make mistakes. But those failures are not signs that you're on the wrong path. They are signs that you are learning, that you are evolving, and that you are becoming the person who is capable of achieving great things. So, when you face those difficult moments, and you will, remember that they are the key to your transformation. Embrace them, learn from them, and keep going. Don't let fear or frustration or doubt stop you, because the life you've always wanted is waiting on the other side of your willingness to keep going, even when it gets tough. Stay the course, trust the process. Your breakthrough is coming, and it's going to be worth every ounce of effort you've put in. Keep pushing because you are capable of achieving greatness. The reality is, most people never get what they truly want out of life because they give up too soon. They hit a roadblock, face a challenge, or fall short of their expectations, and that's when they quit. But here's the truth. The only thing that separates those who succeed from those who don't is the decision to keep going. The ones who push through the hard days, who refuse to give in when things get tough, are the ones who eventually win. The ones who stop too soon are the ones who never see their dreams come to life. Success isn't about avoiding failure, it's about embracing it. It's about knowing that every setback is a lesson, every obstacle an opportunity to grow stronger. You can't be afraid of failure. You have to understand that it's an inevitable part of the process. The key isn't to avoid it, it's to keep going despite it. The people who make it are the ones who stay in the game even when the game gets hard. They understand that the road to success is not a straight line. It's filled with bumps, twists, and turns, but they don't let that stop them. They see every setback as a setup for a comeback. So when you hit those walls, and you will, don't be discouraged. Don't see it as a sign that you're not good enough or that your dreams are too big. Those walls are there to teach you something. They're there to show you where you need to grow, to give you the chance to level up. The question is, how will you respond? Will you let them stop you, or will you rise above them? You've already started the journey. You've already taken the first step. Now, you have to be willing to keep going. Even when the results aren't immediate, even when it feels like the finish line is miles away, the most successful people are the ones who stay focused on the process, not the outcome. They trust that the hard work, the consistent effort, will eventually pay off. They know that success is built on small, consistent actions over time, and they're willing to do whatever it takes to keep moving forward. You see, the truth is, it's never about how fast you get there. It's about the willingness to keep moving step by step, no matter what. It's about staying true to your vision and not allowing temporary setbacks to dictate your progress. Every day you push forward, you're building the momentum that will carry you to the life you've dreamed of. Even when you can't see it right away, even when the path feels unclear, you're getting closer with every step. If you want to live big, you can't wait for everything to be perfect. You can't wait for all the stars to align. You have to start with what you have, where you are, and trust that the rest will follow. Perfection is an illusion. It's the belief that there's some perfect moment or perfect set of circumstances that will magically allow you to succeed. But that moment doesn't exist. Success comes to those who are willing to take imperfect action, who are willing to start before they feel ready. Perfection is never the goal, progress is. Living big is about making the decision to do the work, even when it's hard, even when it feels like no one is watching, even when you don't see the results right away. It's about being consistent, about showing up every day and putting in the effort, even when the world tells you it's not worth it. Because every time you show up, every time you put in the work, you're sending a message to the universe that you're serious. You're telling yourself that you're not backing down, that you're not going to quit, and with every day that passes, you're one step closer to the life you've always wanted. The challenges you face, the struggles you encounter, are not there to break you. They're there to make you stronger. The person who you are becoming, the person who is capable of achieving everything you've ever dreamed of, is being built in the trenches during the tough times when you feel like quitting. It's in those moments that you discover who you truly are. It's in those moments that your character is formed, your strength is forged, and your resolve is solidified. And it's in those moments that you take one more step toward your dreams, no matter how hard it gets. Understand this, your breakthrough is coming. It may not come today or tomorrow, but it is on its way. It's coming through the hard work, the determination, and the perseverance you've put in. The universe is not punishing you. It's testing you, preparing you for the level of success that's coming. The stronger you become, the more capable you are of handling the success you're about to receive. So don't stop now. Don't let doubt, fear, or frustration make you quit. Keep pushing forward. Your dream life is waiting for you. Every day you show up, every day you refuse to give in, is a day closer to making that life a reality. You are becoming the person who can handle the greatness that is on its way to you. Stay consistent, stay committed, and keep going, because your breakthrough is just around the corner. You were made for this, and nothing, absolutely nothing, can stand in your way. You've come this far. You've pushed through fear. You've faced obstacles head on. You've made the decision to stop playing small, to stop settling for a life that doesn't excite you, that doesn't challenge you. And now, you're standing on the edge of something incredible. But let me ask you, what's next? What will you do with the momentum you've built? What will you do with the power you've discovered within yourself? The truth is, the hardest part isn't just starting the journey, it's staying committed when the road gets rough. It's easy to feel inspired when everything is going right. It's easy to stay motivated when things are smooth, when the results are visible and close. But real transformation happens in the moments when the world isn't cheering for you. When the applause fades, when the excitement wears off, that's when your true strength is tested. And that's when you need to dig deeper than ever before. Because here's the secret, the world doesn't care about your excuses. Life doesn't slow down to accommodate your struggles. But if you keep moving forward, if you keep pushing through the discomfort, the rewards will come. The kind of success you're looking for isn't just handed to you on a silver platter. It's earned over time through consistent, focused effort. You'll have to be patient. You'll have to stay the course, even when it feels like the progress is slow. But what you might not realize is that every day you show up, every single effort you make, is another layer of your success being built. You see, the biggest breakthroughs often come right after you feel like giving up. Right when you're at your lowest, when you're questioning everything, when it seems like nothing is working, that's when the magic happens. That's when the growth occurs. When you keep going, when you refuse to let the obstacles defeat you, you're forging the very strength and resilience that will carry you forward. The breakthroughs don't happen in the moments of ease. They happen in the moments of struggle. Think about it. The most successful people in the world didn't get there by avoiding failure. They got there by embracing it, by learning from it, and by using it as fuel to push themselves harder. Every setback, every failure, every time they hit rock bottom was a lesson. They learned what didn't work, they adapted, and they moved forward with a newfound determination. Failure wasn't a sign to stop. It was a sign to adjust and keep going. So, no matter what you're facing right now, no matter how many times you've stumbled, how many times you've fallen, understand this. Failure is not your enemy. It's your greatest ally. It's what separates the dreamers from the doers. It's what gives you the grit, the resilience, the mental toughness to keep going when everyone else is quitting. And it's the one thing that will prepare you for the massive success that's on the way. This is the time to keep moving. This is the time to keep believing. When the world tells you to quit, that's the moment you double down. When your mind starts doubting, that's the moment you remind yourself of who you are and why you started. The life you're working for is not going to be handed to you on a silver platter. You'll have to earn it every single day, but every effort you put in, no matter how small it seems, is bringing you one step closer to your ultimate goal. In those moments of uncertainty, when you question whether it's worth it, when you feel like you're running out of steam, remind yourself, you are not the person you were yesterday. You've changed, you've grown. You've developed a strength within you that you didn't know was possible. and every single setback, every single challenge you faced has been the process of transforming into the person you need to be in order to achieve your dreams. If you want to live big, if you want to achieve greatness, you cannot wait for the perfect conditions. You cannot wait until you feel ready, because the truth is, you will never feel fully ready. You will never feel completely prepared. That's not how it works. The key is to start anyway. The key is to show up, even when you feel uncertain, even when you feel like you're not enough. You are more than enough. You are capable of achieving incredible things, but only if you decide to take that first step, even if it scares you, even if it feels hard. Your journey is yours and yours alone. No one else can walk it for you. But the good news is, you don't have to do it all at once. You don't have to figure everything out right now. The only thing you need to do is commit to the process, stay focused on your vision, and take one step at a time. Even if the progress feels slow, even if the results aren't immediate, keep moving forward. Because the moment you stop is the moment you stop growing, stop learning, stop evolving. You're building something incredible right now. Something that will serve you for the rest of your life. Every time you push yourself, every time you get up after a fall, every time you take that next step, you're forging a path to success, and it will come. It will come not in the way you expect, not in the timeline you imagine, but it will come if you stay committed to the process. So, let me ask you, how badly do you want it? How much are you willing to endure to get to where you want to be? Because you have everything you need to succeed. All it takes now is the willingness to keep going. Your future is in your hands. What are you going to do with it? Will you give up, or will you keep pushing forward until you make it to the other side? Keep going. You are closer than you think.